Hi, welcome to Etoys. This is a unique program that could be used for authoring, and we evaluated it in a different kind of way. We decided to try and create our own projects that were going to be acrostic poems of our names. Um, just in trying to do that, I found that it was a bit of a challenge because I hadn't necessarily used a lot of scripting programs before. I'd done some programming years ago, but not to the extent that it was operated quite the way this does. Um, and it's unique, and I like some of it, and other parts of it I thought left a lot to be desired. So, just in case you're not very familiar with it, um, programming and scripting in general are kind of what you see here. The little car that's moving around on the screen is controlled by the script that you see over here. Because it's ticking, it means it's going to continue to do these directions over and over and over again as long as the computer's running or the script keeps ticking. You can turn off the script. I can pause it, and that makes the car stop. If I change it to normal, I can use the exclamation point in the script to move it forward just a little bit, one run of the test at a time. I can change different things about how it works with the little numbers and different directions that it includes in here. Um, by moving the amount that the car moves forward, I can change that and make it go really slowly. Or I can move it up more of a normal speed. And how much it turns, I can change that. All of these things are controlled through the script. But it starts out, it does a little test to see if the color on the car, which you probably can't see very well, but there is a little blue dot on the front of the car that is right there. And if it sees the color white, then it doesn't do anything and it moves on to the next direction. If it doesn't see the color white, that means that that blue dot is somewhere else. It's maybe on the pink border here or the green border or maybe by the edge or something like that. If that happens, it's going to make itself turn. It's going to choose to do this direction, and then it's going to again go forward and do the rest of the instruction there. And then it goes back to the beginning for the next time it does that script. So that's basically how it works. And for the acrostic poem that I created, that was a bit of a challenge. I have to say I was pretty proud of it when I finally finished it. Um, my poem has my name, and the way I set it up to work is when I put the mouse over the letter, then the beginning of the poem appears. And as you can see, I can have either an image or different kinds of text. So my poem reads, Canoeing adventures and starry nights make you feel everlasting youth. So it was just something that I found kind of meaningful. But each letter has that same type of script, and the script can control multiple things. So, as an example, in the S, it makes a picture, Starry Nights, appear, as well as the text that says make you feel. So, I can actually do more than one thing at a time using the script, and that's something that could be powerful. Not every authoring system in the world will allow you to do that. Um, and there are other things. I mean, you obviously saw the car example, and there's other examples online and some that we've shown here that will probably allude to all of the different possibilities you have with something like this. Um, as it stands, though, I would say that, there are pieces of this that I like and pieces of it that I might need time in order to like better. Um, it took me much longer than I thought it should to figure out how the program works. Now, you can go online and find tutorials, and we were trying to do it just to see how intuitive it is. Because most of the time, if I'm going to be using this program, I might show it once or twice to the kids, giving different examples and things like that, but they aren't always going to be listening as well as they should. Um, and different things will happen. And missing one direction on this will impact it incredibly. Um, so without using any tutorials or without doing anything more than what was on the tutorials and demos that they include with the program, it took me much longer than I thought it should to figure out what to do. I didn't really know how to create a script for it. It didn't talk about any of that and these things. In order to find more complete instructions on that, I had to find other resources in order to make that work. Um, I would think that a program that I'm bringing in should come with more instruction than that on how it works when I bring it into a classroom. Um, that said, um, it is free, and that speaks volumes for how much time and effort they're able to put into it. Um, it still has some things lacking, but it also does have some things that might allow kids to be more creative, and they can start from scratch. They can create drawings and do different things like that. And it does use bubbles a lot to try and help you out so that you know what you're doing. But even with all the bubbles, it still takes a lot of experimenting to figure it out if you don't have somebody that is experienced showing you the way. Um, that is part of my opinion in a nutshell. Please review the rest of the presentation and you'll get to see more of what we thought as a group. Thanks.